our destination.
Clean out confessions.
Let's go for a ride.
Happy Friday. We made it.
Yes.
We're so
here.
happy you're here with us. If you're happy to be here with us, please click the like button.
Click
That's
that
the little
like button.
thumbs up.
Yes.
Make sure you're subscribed to our channel because that helps a lot. It gives us motivation to keep embarrassing
going.
ourselves and confessing things that no one's asked us to, but we do anyway.
Why are we doing this?
We just want the world to know our lives.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I thought the last confessions was our last one, but apparently we have more to confess. So,
Always.
yes,
There's always more.
Here we are. This is I feel like we've said this 10 times. This is the true final bow.
Final
On
bow.
all of
Done.
this spring cleaning, closet clean out,
Yep.
purging, decluttering, organizing. It has come to an end.
Yep.
So earlier in the series, sort of in the beginning, we tackled our house and kind of went room by room and spent some time getting in there and cleaning things out. So now we are here to update you on whether those things still look the same or not, or whether they're back to being a disaster,
A war zone.
a war zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great way of putting it.
So I think the first area we started was like bathroom, vanity, linen closet, that kind of stuff that we have started. So I don't know. For me, I think that's been the easiest.
That's been the hardest for me.
That's been the hardest for you. Okay.
I have so many products. Mostly hair, like curly hair products.
Okay.
So many ones. And it's always like, I would love to leave more time for myself to get ready in the morning, but I don't really. Like, I give myself just enough time that never includes putting everything away that you took out.
So it just stays,
Well, okay. So you are incorporating in that you're getting ready, like vanity area or like sink area where we're getting.
Yes.
So for me, that was not included in this. This was literally like
my
my linen closet, my under the bathroom, like under the sink cabinets, like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Because my vanity area is like in my bedroom, so I didn't add that into like the bathroom linen closet.
So
space.
mine, I have like an all-in-one type of space, so it's tough to keep that on a daily basis clean. So that's my most difficult one because that's my hardest working area. Linen closet, perfect, still fine. Our bedroom, I'm so proud of my husband. Thomas, I'm so proud of you. You did a great job helping me keep our bedroom super clean and that whole area. I mean, our bedroom looks great. Every time, well, I mean, not every time, but when he like takes off his work clothes, instead of 100% of the time throwing them on the floor, I'm like 50% of the time now he throws them on the floor and throws that, and if it's bad, he puts them in the laundry. So he's helped a lot with that. So yeah, for the most part, everything's been good except for that vanity in the bathroom area. That's been tough to maintain every day.
Yeah, if that were included, it would bring my grade down. So
I feel better then.
I've been trying since the beginning of the year to get my bedroom clean, and I've not accomplished that yet. I did make my bed for the first time this year.
Amazing.
So
look at you go.
Gold star for that. But yeah, I can just never, like, with the rotation of my house in cleaning, like getting this room done on this day, whatever. It's like there's always, my bedroom is last on the list, and it's always like, oh, I'm about to get to it, and then something comes up. We have like a disaster in a room of the house, or company's coming, and like the living room needs to take precedence. So I can never really
Make it there.
get there
Yeah.
fully. Like, I'll do little, like, okay, I'll clean up my vanity space or, do this, but never like to the full capacity that I want it to be.
So my bathroom, I did underneath the cabinets, pulled it out. That looks great. Yeah. I think mostly it was organized. I just had a lot of stuff that I could throw out. So that was an easy thing to do. It wasn't too challenging. My vanity needs to be cleaned again, mostly because of just dust, and I throw little things on there. So, and by vanity, it's Artie's actually dresser that has like a top, and I have like my makeup and stuff there that I'll get ready right there. And then he has like another half. So it's kind of a weird space that we're utilizing. But yeah, it gets really dusty. And then there's just like little bottles here and there that I could throw out. So I probably should just, not bad. I could just go through and organize that again.
Okay.
But I would say that looks pretty good. And we don't really have like the linen closet that we have is a coat closet with a little shelf that literally store them up there. So that's never a problem. But the bathroom was the big one and the vanity was the one.
So you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In those areas. Yeah.
I feel like the biggest change that I made, aside from just like throwing stuff out, the one thing I said when I cleaned out that stuff was like making sure I had all of the same type of stuff in one area, because I would have like, you know, a face wash that was ready to be used underneath my bathroom sink, but I'd also have another one in the linen closet. So like deciding what belongs in the linen closet versus what belongs under the sink and stuff like that. That way, at a glance, I can see what do I need more of, you know, whatever. So that helped. And then the other thing was, this is a laundry / linen closet solution that I've been trying out, because I hate folding a fitted sheet.
Yes.
I hate it.
I know.
I don't do it.
It takes me so long, and then that like deters me from doing it. So then I'll wash the sheets, and the sheets will sit in a laundry basket.
Yep.
Basically until it's time for
Until
me
you need to
put
put
them
them
on
back
again.
I fold it in a way that resembles it looking folded.
Yeah.
My mom would shoot me if she ever heard me saying this. So I'm glad we're putting it on the internet. But I have tried so many times to do it correctly. I have watched videos. I have watched her, and I can never seem to remember how to do it right. So I'm like, I'm just gonna fold it however I want, and the last fold will look like a square, and then that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even that was annoying me, because I'm like, I'm spending all this time and it's still not looking perfect. And I was thinking of your lady who you listened to the podcast of, the trash bag therapy lady. And I think when she was actually on my podcast, maybe the minimalist one, she was talking about, you know, how in her life sometimes like she will prioritize tidiness over like really organizing or like having things perfect. So she's like, for her, I forget what she said specifically, but something like, I'm not folding my underwear.
Right.
I'm just throwing those into a bin or like whatever. So I actually have a pretty large linen closet. So I was just like, you know what? I can fold the pillowcases. I can fold the, you know, flat sheet. And I have like each set in a different bin. And I was like, so I'll do that. And then that fitted sheet
Just goes right on top.
it's just going to go right on top because it'll make it tidy. It'll get it out of the laundry basket.
Yeah.
It'll get it away where it belongs.
Yep.
And everything is where I need it when it's time for me to change the sheet.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's kind of working for me.
Perfect.
It's in a bin. It's
Right
there.
now,
all
it's,
together.
It's not, you know, what they're going to show on TV when it's supposed to look nice, but
No.
it's working.
every
It's working
person,
for
every
me.
normal person is doing that.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Number 2 was more kitchen related, fridge, pantry, cabinets, whatever it was that you did.
My fridge looks like a disaster right now. I mean, doesn't everyone's though? After like 3 or 4 months, you're just like, oh, I have to clean it out. Like, and nothing stays organized necessarily of like, this is where all this, like, that's just not our refrigerators. Like the drinks are here. Da, da, da. We try to do that, but you just buy stuff and it piles up. There's leftovers. I think that's the big thing. Containers and leftovers of items in there that you are like, we're going to get to, or it just takes a while to get through. So mine needs to be cleaned again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really mastered fridge organization in general. Like, I just don't. I mean, I know Artie has his spot where the creamer goes.
The heavy cream better be there.
But I don't really have a spot in my fridge where like the eggs always go here. Milk always goes here. I mean, there's general, like I have drawers and I try to be like, okay, fruits, vegetables, like cheeses, meats, like in this. But then inevitably, there's leftovers or, you know, I'm prepping something and like I have to create space to
somewhere.
fit these other things in here. So then it's just like shoving things wherever they can go or like I got groceries and I have to run out the door in 5 minutes. So I'm just getting it in the fridge. So that is not really a thing for me. I didn't actually even organize it as a part of this. I did my pantry, which I'm actually very proud of it.
Okay.
I'm very proud of it
Very
because
good.
that is like our hardest working space probably in the house. Like all 4 of us are in there. Kids, husband, you know, the kids have their snack station. They can go grab something out of. I'm in there sometimes 3 meals a day. I'm pulling stuff in and out of the pantry. So I have worked really hard to like make sure things get put back where they're
Yeah.
supposed to. Like I just had to do a whole restock of the snacks, and I could have just like thrown the boxes in there. I was like, nope, I'm going to empty them, put them all in the containers. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how that has worked out so far.
Yeah, mine has gotten my kitchen has only gotten better because the more I've lived in it, the more I've realized where stuff should go and tidiness. I love cleaning my kitchen because I'm so thankful for it. So I love cleaning it, and tidiness has been great. Organization has been good. The fridge, it's funny because on any given day, you'll open up the fridge and be like, does anybody live here? Because we're on a tight budget. Yeah. So gone are the days of just like, ooh, I want to try this recipe and buy like 10 different things I'm never going to use, guys. It's not a thing anymore.
Mom and I were at Costco.
Okay.
And we got some things that needed to be refrigerated, but we weren't going to be near a refrigerator. So we stopped at Joy's to pop them in her fridge. And I opened it and I'm like, this is like a fake refrigerator. Like it's so cute. Like it's like she had her one package of meat in this little like section and her like milk, and it was just like so cute and perfect. And I was like, I don't think my fridge has ever looked like that.
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. So I'm also trying to keep up with like leftovers. Like I'm not letting them sit more than like 3 days. And I'm like, garbage.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We also have, apparently this is normal, but we have garbage twice a week.
So fun.
Yeah. I never had that.
Like, yes, isn't that
Thomas
normal?
is like, yeah. I'm like, I've never had that in my life. So now I'm like, it's garbage night.
Yeah.
Throwing
Throw
stuff
it all out.
So yeah, that hasn't been as difficult as I was really nervous about this. I was like, oh geez, I'm gonna just like fall back into like bad habits and bad routines. But so far it's been really good with the kitchen, at least. Yeah.
Especially, you know, you're in a place where you're in a new space that, like you said, you're so thankful for,
right?
That you love to have, and it's more space than you had in your last kitchen. And there's something like that's like the type of homemaker mindset that's like the nice part of being a homemaker. I was like, I just want to keep this space
Everything's so beautiful
and perfect.
And it's
I
ours.
hope that lasts a long time for you.
It's ours finally, and I hope it lasts a long time. I hope that gratitude stays, and we just keep it the way we want it.
Yeah. My kitchen is sort of like a central hub of our house. It's not separate from anything, so there's lots of entry points to the kitchen. Our house is sort of like a circle, so you can like go through every room, which is what I love about it. That's always what I wanted. But it is a dumping ground for things.
That's
So
the downside.
Countertops.
Yep.
I feel like I can never have clear countertops, like ever, and it drives me nuts. But that's where everything goes. That's where the mail goes. That's where, you know, I empty Avery's like school folder every day. That's where, you know, the shopping list goes. So much accumulates there. So that's kind of my challenge going forward is how can I find designated spaces
for those
things so that less clutter ends up on the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of my goal.
Next.
With that. Next, I think was that like finance. So this was like office, junk drawer, paperwork stuff.
Ooh.
This was my big fail.
Actually, this may be my big fail too. This is actually a really bad confession. Ooh, this is bad. I have thrown every piece of mail I've had into one drawer, and I accidentally opened the drawer yesterday, and I was like, I'm not ready to deal with that. I just closed it.
Yeah, you're like,
because we haven't found that place for it yet. And we have had so many people over our house in the past couple weeks. And it's always like, I don't want people coming in and seeing all of our mail everywhere. So I literally have just dumped it all. There's a Parks and Rec episode where Andy and April just put it in a bag in the freezer.
I remember that.
I'm like one bad day away from that. Like, I can't do that. So I have absolutely failed with this. To be fair, I started with nothing there at the house. Right. So we've accumulated so much, and there's so much new paperwork that's come in. I'm like, I just need to get on top of this. So off the bat, don't even look at me. Shame. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
My junk drawer needs to be cleaned out yesterday.
Wait, again?
Yes, because mostly because like the organization is not going to get any better than it is.
Okay.
This is what it is.
Okay.
But I throw receipts, like little bags if it has something in it on top, and that builds up.
Okay.
So when Artie goes to pull his, because my junk drawer is
It's like the snake in the can.
yeah,
it
it's
just
like
comes
this
out.
little is this drawer. It's like the second drawer. He has the top one and then the bottom one or the bottom two. So if he opens the bottom or the top, you hear it, and you're like, he's like, I think there's like a bag that's stopping me from closing and opening. So that's mostly what I have to clean out. It's just like that's where I throw things now.
That's your
because
catch-all
yes,
location.
it used to be the top of my dresser, and Artie has now deemed that as like
Sacred space.
Yes.
Sacred.
Can't do
Okay.
that.
nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a little rant right now. I had a photograph that I'm giving to someone, and I printed out. It's in like the thin little case.
Okay.
I put that on top so I wouldn't lose it.
Okay.
That night, Artie comes in and he goes, "What's that?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna help you. He took it off and put it on the vanity, the dresser area. And I was like, I did that so I wouldn't forget where it is. He's like, you can see it. It's right there. He's like, see, look, beautiful.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
something freakish about having that nice and organized and clean is like the best
He's
thing
trying
ever
to
for
keep
him.
it. He's trying to keep it.
He is.
Okay.
He knows. He knows that it's a slippery slope, and I will just
It's
go.
a slippery slope.
It's just everything
It starts
to
with the
go.
photograph, and the next day,
And then paperwork.
Yep.
He's scarred from when I had that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mile high up. So
I mean, I kind of just had a moment with my dresser the other
Okay.
day.
Did
because,
you, like,
yeah. Not in the garbage
Yeah,
yet. But I was just so aggravated at seeing it because that was like my pain point in our bedroom was like, I want that, not necessarily like cleared. Like I'm okay, there's a candle, I have like my jewelry thing, but like there's so much junk that goes there. That's where Miles puts everything. That's his dumping ground.
Yeah.
And we've had stuff in bins that's like I've collected stuff and been like, this is a bin you need to go through. They're like, you know, whatever. And it's just been there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I was like so done. And I was like, I don't have time to go through every single item. And some stuff I literally can't make the judgment call on. Like I don't know what this is. You know? But I was just like,
yes.
and shoved
In a
it
bin,
in the
in a bag.
closet. And part of me wants to just be like, well, if I don't get to that in 30 days, I'm just gonna close my eyes and throw it in the trash. But yeah, that was just I was like,
You
I
need to
I
do
need
it.
this to go. I need this to go. My office was one of the things I took on. And I use that word loosely because my office is in our basement. So it's kind of out of the way. It's not a room that I'm in daily. To be honest, I'm hardly ever like sitting in there doing office type work. It's really more of a project event planning room.
Yes.
So, you know, it gets a little crazy in there. So that's where I'm doing like wrapping gifts or putting together baskets or, you know, whatnot. That's also kind of like a storage room because for my job, I have to collect prizes and stuff like that
Right.
for tricky trays events and stuff like that. So
There's a lot
I
happening
have the
in that
appliance
room.
section.
You can go shopping in there.
Yeah.
So that's not something that I'm necessarily even having an expectation of myself to like always be nice. It's more like, okay, once a month, I
Yeah.
probably need to go in there and be like, all the new stuff that has entered, I need to just sort through it and organize
Yeah.
it. Some of it is literally just gonna sit there for 8 months
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
until it's ready to be used. But I can make the piles more sense of the
organized,
piles
yeah.
and that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
So
yeah.
it sounds like there's room for growth,
yeah.
Yeah.
but overall, I mean,
overall-
mine's devastating.
we have-
but you guys sound good. You guys sound good.
We haven't let all of our spaces just go.
No. All right.
We've
We
kept
have three more. So then we had finances, which whatever that meant to you, finances / subscriptions, but I don't think we really talked too much about subscriptions. Whether that was like paperwork related, whether that was more like mental. For me, I tracked my daily expenses for a month. And I thought that was very beneficial for me. And it's something that I feel like I should do like twice a year.
Okay.
Just to like check back in with myself. And it definitely helped me, I think, say like, maybe I don't need
Yeah.
to get that or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. So I was really happy I did that exercise. Now I'm kind of just like, okay, like I'm being more aware. I've
conscious
seen
of
the
it.
pattern.
Sure.
I'm getting more conscious. I don't necessarily have to track it every
Sure.
single day.
Yeah.
But I hope that I will remember to do it again, like in the fall or something like that.
Yeah. I didn't really do too much in that. I was thinking more subscriptions and stuff. Every so often, I like to just think about that. Like, where are we at? Who are we paying? Because we do share some accounts, so I just want to make sure that I'm keeping up, giving him money where money needs to go and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was pretty easy. I wouldn't say that there's anything. One thing kind of similar to yours is just being more mindful throughout the day of like, wait a second, is this a necessary purchase or am I just doing this out of like impulse? So not really like tracking, but just being more aware of that, I would say. Yeah.
Once again, there's no money to spend right now. No, I'm joking about that, but we have had to be super tight on our budget. So thankfully that's still working.
Well, I feel like you guys had to, I don't know if cleanup is the right term, but you had to like really get your mind wrapped around your finances in the process of buying a home.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of went through that with,
So we've maintained it though. Have we been tempted to buy a bigger TV and stuff like
that?
Already? Especially when we finally got internet.
Yeah, you were like,
we could finally watch a movie. We were like, this should be IMAX level because this is an
surround
experience.
sound.
Yeah. So, but we've not given into temptation there. So yeah, finance is good. Subscription's good. I'm going to throw the paperwork in with the junk drawer issue though, because they're one and the same at this point. So I need to tackle it this week. I will do it.
Yeah,
I will do it because it has been weighing on me. It's it's a crazy how much of a mental load that puts on you when you just start like denying that I have to deal with that.
And it just keeps going and going.
It keeps getting
worse.
worse.
You keep ignoring it because of it and you don't want to tackle it.
Someone needs to hear this. Deal with your junk drawer. Deal with those paperworks that you don't want to do. Someone needs to hear it. This is your sign.
This is your sign.
It's also my sign.
I actually saved this just to tell you guys in our regular lives, but I'll share it with you now. In terms of finances and tracking, I just thought this was so fascinating. It was this post, and it was like, Starbucks isn't just a coffee company, it's a bank. In 2022, it held over 1.6 billion in customer deposits, more than some traditional banks. This is how you've been funding a coffee empire without ever realizing it. And it just sort of goes on, and it's like every time you load money onto the Starbucks app or a gift card, you're basically giving Starbucks an interest-free loan, which they hold that money and they can do whatever they need to with it.
But they were smart with that because they only let you load a certain amount. You can't do like you can't pay for just the exact amount.
Exactly.
You have to pay $10 minimum or something.
So unlike a bank, you get no interest from giving them this loan. There's no insurance, there's no rewards, but Starbucks gets this free money. And it just, sort of sits there. So Starbucks can use this money to like do their marketing, to do whatever faster.
I feel like I didn't need to hear this on a Friday.
But think about anything though, like any app that you upload, Dunkin', Chick-fil-A, like anything like that you put money on, it's stuck on there. You're not getting it back.
But the Starbucks app has got to be the most popular.
100%.
Oh, yeah. And they said that
used.
the majority comes from those unspent balances. So you'll load like $25, you'll spend $22.43, and then that change will just sit there for like an eternity.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it when you have billions of customers, it builds up.
That's crazy.
And I was like, that is so fascinating. And how they basically psychologically trained you to, instead of just paying with a credit card, that it seems smarter to pay with the app because you get those like
points,
2 stars per dollar or something like that. And you only get 1 star if you pay with the card. So it seems like this is the smarter thing to do. But then like, who has time to track the cents that you're, leaving in your account? So I just thought when I was thinking about the finance aspect of things.
Well, thank you.
I was like,
appreciate
so
that.
Much.
Okay,
Really
I don't
appreciate
know if we remember this or not, but on Friday that week, we talked about places that we had sort of been avoiding cleaning. So mine was all like baby clothes that my kids had grown out of.
Oh, okay.
And doing that. Which I was like so proud of how hard I worked on that. It was like exhausting. It was such a major project. I got on top of it. And I even like was like, okay, new system. I was like, I got the bins to put in the closets. That way, as soon as they grow out of something, it just goes into the bins. And once it fills up, I'll go through it. I know that that's going to happen pretty soon because we're going to go through a season for shift.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm trying to be conscious of like, okay, if I feel like this is the last time, they're going to wear this because it's going to be too warm now. Like, don't just put it back in the closet. Like, you know, put it in the bin. And then a couple weeks after that, my mom called me and she's like, I have all of these bags of baby clothes in my garage that I'd like you to take back. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I just went through all of them and I like totally forgot that I think maybe when we were moving or something, I put them in their garage and I totally forgot about
So we
them.
start the process all over again.
again.
Wow.
Ooh,
Well, at least you tackled the first round.
Yeah.
And it's not as much, but it was still more than I would have liked.
Yeah,
for it
you're
to
like,
be.
To be fair, I don't think I had the avoidance because we were
'Cause you were just
we were
moving.
transitioning over, so I didn't have a space to avoid yet.
I think maybe you talked about your spare bedroom and like that space because that was where all the boxes that you still hadn't gone
the
through.
growth there has been that I guess I was avoiding that in a way because I was just kept dumping stuff in there because that was the catch-all. So that catch-all spare bedroom where all of the bags went, all of the boxes went, I have whittled that down to that closet in that room is the catch-all closet.
Okay. That's good.
So we went from the spare bedroom is almost completely clear, and anything that's not is really in the closet. Okay. So that is the next area to tackle. But I really whittled it down. So I've turned it into my office.
That counts. Gold
Yeah.
star.
Gold star. I'll
Very
take
good
it.
there.
Gold star.
Did I talk about the basement?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that has not been touched. No. So it honestly is organized. It's my organized to an extent. Like both of the food shelves look very good right now. We have just that toiletry.
Yeah.
I just have not wanted to do that or really actually remembered to do it.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's in the basement.
It's in the basement. We're grabbing items like from backstock to go upstairs, whatever, but it's not like, I'm not seeing it every day. So it's kind of like your office. You're like,
When you don't see it every day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible though.
And then I think our last space in the house was just our closets.
My closet still looks great.
Mine too.
My dresser looks great. My closet looks great.
Mine looks good, but I never went back and did that like last bit where I wanted to like, because I spent so much time purging and decluttering, and then I ran out of time and fuel.
Energy.
But I wanted to go back and do the whole like by item type and then by like color and just to see how long I keep that up for. And I haven't circled back to get that done yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, big props to Thomas too, again, because he's kept his stuff. I mean, you just have to put something on a hanger. It's not a big deal, but he's done a great job. So yeah, I've been happy with that.
All right. I love it. So we didn't do too bad overall.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good.
I'm impressed with ourselves.
At the end of the day, it shows you that you can keep up with stuff, but you may have to return to it, and that's okay. Actually, you'll definitely have to
You will
return
be returning to it.
and that's okay. So
Yeah.
hopefully we've inspired you to some
Yes.
degree. Hopefully we haven't demoralized you in any way, even though I do feel shame for some things, as we all do. But you know what? It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Friday.
Have the best weekend ever. We're going to see you Monday again. And most importantly, don't forget to enjoy the view wherever your ride takes you.